everybody, it's Lori with IKeepSmiling.com and Internapure.com, and I want to talk to you today about a subject that comes up so often, and this really does not matter what type of lifestyle or dietary change you're trying to make. Even making one just brings up this type of conversation, and this is all about how to reset your taste buds. I literally get so many emails and have people that come in and we have conversations so often about when you don't like the taste of vegetables, when you don't like the taste of fruits, when your taste buds are just not used to the textures, to the smells, to the flavors. They don't feel natural to you. You don't crave them, and if anything, they either make you feel bad or you are opposed to eating them, and your experience with them is just like, I don't like that. And for whatever reason, whether you're facing a health challenge in that you have an illness or something that you're trying to help the body heal from, or if you're just trying to make better choices and bring additional vitality and additional health and vibrancy to your life, if you're trying to make that lifestyle change and dietary shifts, it can be really, really hard to help your taste buds learn to like those vegetables. And let's face it, it is literally life-changing when you bring your diet to a plant-based fruit and vegetable diet. It is life-changing. It is life-giving. It nourishes the cells, and it does things for your mental state, your emotional state, and your physical state like no pill or powder or supplement or potion. None of that can even touch what nature already gives you. So again, in honor of all of the emails and all of the conversations, I do want to address this on video. How do you get your taste buds to reset? How do you deal with it? And so here are a couple of ways and a couple of things that you can do to help speed that process along. And I'm going to come right out of the gate saying there's no easy way. There is no magic pill for this. There is no one specific way that works for everybody. It's great to hear everybody's experiences, but something that works for someone may or may not work for you. And I don't want you to beat yourself up just because Sally down the street did this one diet and her taste buds totally reset and all of a sudden she liked vegetables. Or someone online totally was able to do this one diet style or this one thing, and for whatever reason they were able to shift and were able to handle the taste of fruits and vegetables, and it didn't work for you. Because it is a consistent thing that I see, that when you're not able to succeed on something you see somebody else doing, that you internalize that as failure on your part, and that's not always the case. You are so unique, and the things that work for your body may not work for someone else's. So let's go over a couple of things that you can do to help reset your taste buds. So the first thing I want to talk about is probably the most intense, but it would be fasting. Honestly, there is no faster way to reset your taste buds. And it really depends at this point at what phase you're at. If you're having chronic or acute serious physical issues, illnesses, or symptoms in the body, sometimes you're in full out fight mode where you are fighting your way back to health. And if what's holding you back is the fact that you don't like vegetables, and that's what's standing between your health and your life essentially, and where you're at now, sometimes fasting is an amazing way to reset those taste buds really, really quickly. Now, you can do fasting in a multitude of ways. You can do fasting with water. That's a very, very common fast. You can do juice fasting, but you can also do just fruits. You could do a total fruit fast. You could do a fruit and vegetable fast. You can do a certain, version of a cooked food, just fruits and vegetables fast. And I understand if you're trying to get to the point where you like fruits and vegetables and you don't now, going into a fast seems like, but I can't, I'm gonna fail. But I will guarantee you that if you're in a fast, you get hungry. Your taste buds will change very, very quickly because you cut out so much. You cut out any of the acidic drinks, you cut out your sodas, you know, your Cokes and your carbonated beverages. You've cut out all of your chemicals, you cut out your processed foods, and in a very, very short period of time, your taste buds will change. I highly recommend juice feasting or juice fasting, even for a day, will help to, you know, definitely shift those taste buds. But again, if that's too much and too daunting for you, even just doing a fruit fast will help your taste buds reset. Again, there is no magic pill. There's nothing you can do in one day unless you're one of the very lucky people who just make the decision and a switch flips and you are into fruits and vegetables, and that does happen. It does. It wasn't my story. It actually took me years and years to fight through getting my taste buds reset, but you can do it that way. But fasting, when you're in the mindset of healing, you're in the mindset of abstaining from something, you're in the mindset of asking, you know, for something to come in, your taste buds will reset really, really quickly. Another really quick way to help your taste buds get reset, because a lot of times I say it all the time, it's like your taste buds get very, very perverted. What they think is normal, the textures, the smells, the tastes, when they're bathed in so much salt and chemicals and preservatives and dyes, they become perverted. They don't even know what normal is. And so another step is to remove all dyes, chemicals, preservatives from your diet. And basically that's going to some foods that are not, you know, box, bag, or can, that are just fresh. Again, that can be very difficult when you're at a spot where you hate fruits and vegetables, but there's no set rule about what you have to take in, the amounts. When you're trying to reset your taste buds, if there's 2 or 3 things that you like, eat those 2 or 3 things. I am telling you, just removing the chemicals, not even in a full out fast, just making a concerted effort that you're eating things that are natural is going to help those taste buds reset quickly. Even just removing all salt and sodium from your diet and removing the canned goods and eating things that are fresh or fresh frozen can make a huge difference in your taste buds and in how you interpret textures and smells and taste, because that it's the whole experience. A lot of times we think, oh, I don't like vegetables, but it's the all-encompassing of what vegetables represent. For a lot of us, it represents denial. It represents, oh, we could have something that tastes good, but this tastes bad. But the thing that you have to remember is that what these processed foods gives you is the illness. It's where you're at right now. It's all the symptoms that you're dealing with, the emotional ups and downs, the physical aches and pains, and the degeneration that you're in. That's what that food gives you. And the fruits and vegetables give you life, vitality. They give you so much more. And so I definitely would encourage you to give it time and give it space and give it effort. So cutting out the dyes and preservatives and all of the chemical process is a really, really good way to help to reset the taste buds. Probably the easiest way to work on resetting the taste buds would be juicing. Juicing is so simple. You do not have to have 1,000 rules. You don't have to get really legalistic about it. What I'm talking about is simply taking fresh fruits and some vegetables and adding them in every day. You can work your way up. You can do a small amount of juice every day. Whether it's the sweet fruits, you know, your carrots and your apples, and you put nothing else in there to start with, do that for a week. Just drink 8 ounces of juice a day, you know, and work your way up in amounts and work your way of the vegetables into it. I'll share a story with you. When I first started juicing, I did not juice in my diet at all. I went on a full out juice feast. And one of the rules in the juice feast, the true juice feast protocol, is that you have to take in a head of celery a day. And I come from a place where I hated all vegetables and most fruits. I didn't eat any of them. And so I was still at a point where I despised celery. And so I kid you not, when I first started juicing, even though the rules were that I had to work my way up to a head of celery a day, I literally would make like a carrot apple sweet juice, and I would put like this much celery in there. I mean, just the tiniest bit of a stalk, just a sliver, and I would put it in there, and it still almost made it undrinkable for me. But I powered through because the results I was after and the healing that I was asking for my body was worth the sacrifice and worth that little bit of taste. But you know what happened was a miraculous thing, because after a couple days, I actually started craving the celery. And so what would happen, the one thing I could not stand the taste of, I started with little pieces like this, and then I worked my way up to about a half a stalk. And then, you know, after a week or so, it was one stalk in my juice. And from there, you know, now I can do like a whole head of celery. I love it. Juicing is amazing for your cravings, and it helps to reset your taste buds. It helps to prime you so that you are aware and that you crave the better taste. It does not fix things for you. There's not, I wish there was a way that I could give it to you other than, like I said, the people that make the decision and just put the willpower and they just muscle through it. But for those that are struggling, there's not just a simple way. You have to pick a way or pick a progress or baby step your way through it, but you still have to walk it out. You do. At some point, you're going to have to eat things you dislike. Another quick story, and to tell you how I get what I'm talking about, is just recently, I just learned to eat bananas. And I kid you not, I swear, I have gone my whole life. I love banana flavored things, but I've never been able to eat a banana without gagging for the first bite. I literally could not get it chewed up before it actually gave me a gag reflex. I wanted to eat bananas. I wanted to like bananas. I think they're an amazing food, and I recommend them to everybody, but I personally could not take them, and so I started out every single day. I tell you, my husband ate a lot of bananas because I wasted a lot of bananas. I could take one bite. I would take the tiniest bite of a banana every day. And I bet it took me 4 or 5 days where I could even work my way up to 2 bites. And then I would take 2 bites every day. I didn't care. I didn't care that I was wasting bananas, what I felt like. And I know that probably won't go over well with some people. Nonetheless, it was the way I did it. I was trying to get to a point where I could eat a food that was intolerable to me. But I worked my way up to half a banana, then I worked my way up to a whole banana. And granted, sometimes I still gagged. And I even found that if I refrigerated the banana, the texture of having it refrigerated made it more palatable to me. But it's all about that. It's about baby steps. It's about wanting something for your health that is worth it. And I'm telling you, you are worth every bit of the effort. When you are trying to set yourself free from the illnesses and from the things that just come into our lives that change our very direction. They change us mentally and emotionally. They keep us from the things that we're called from. You know you have so much creativity and so much to offer the world. And sometimes the state of our physical body really, really affects what we're able to accomplish. And you're worth fighting for. So I hope that you'll give it some time. I hope maybe these couple suggestions give you some motivation and some inspiration to keep trying to power through. Don't give up, and don't keep giving yourself the excuse or telling yourself the story of, I can't do this, I'm not successful because I hate vegetables, this won't work, I'm just doomed to stay right where I am, or this is the story of my life because I don't like vegetables. Continue to work with it. Don't look at anybody else's journey. This is your walk. Nobody else can do this for you, and you cannot compare yourself to someone else. Anyway, I hope this was a blessing to you. I love you all deeply, I do. And I want to remind you once again that you are amazing and you are worth every bit of this. Thank you so much for watching. I get so many beautiful messages and beautiful emails, and I try to answer them all. I'm sorry when I can't. I have the practice here too, and so I get a lot of emails and correspondence through that as well. But just know I read them all, and I'm just so thankful for all of the just beautiful energy and the beautiful thoughts and the prayers and everything that go up to support me. And so I just hope you all have an amazing day, and we'll connect again on another video or on one of my vlogs. And remember to keep smiling.